You've been training hard, your arms are growing, your chest is getting stronger. But when you look in the mirror, something still feels off. You don't look wide. You don't look powerful. You don't look like you lift from across the room. That's not a genetics problem. That's a shoulder problem. Let's fix it. The problem. You've been hitting shoulder day. You've been doing presses, maybe some random lateral raises. You leave with a pump, and 2 months later, still narrow, still flat, still wondering why your shoulders don't pop. Here's the truth. Wide shoulders are not about just pressing heavy. They're about building the side and rear delts properly, and most people never learn how. Today I'm breaking down the exact exercises you need, the right way to do them, the mistakes killing your width, and how to structure it so your shoulders actually grow. This is your blueprint. Part 1. What actually makes shoulders look wide? Before we touch a dumbbell, understand this. Your shoulders have 3 heads: front delt, side delt, rear delt. If you only train front delts, you look rounded forward, not wide. The superhero width comes from side delts, rear delts. That's it. Pressing builds strength, but laterals build width. Rear delt work builds thickness from the back. So if your shoulders look flat, it's not genetics. It's programming. Part 2. The foundation. Standing dumbbell overhead. Press. Let's start with power. Standing dumbbell overhead press. This is your base. Not seated. Standing. Because when you stand, you engage your core. You build stability. You train real-world strength. How to do it properly. 1. Dumbbells at shoulder height. 2. Elbows slightly in front of you, not flared like a chicken. 3. Brace your core like someone's about to punch you. 4. Press up in a straight path. 5. Don't overarch your lower back. If your lower back looks like a question mark, you're ego lifting. Drop the weight, control it, explode up, control down. 4 sets, 6 to 10 reps. Heavy. This builds the frame. But this alone won't make you wide. Now we build shape. Part 3. Isolated alternating front raise. Done right. Now listen carefully. Most people don't need more front delt work. But when you do it correctly, it creates front cap detail. Isolated alternating front raise. Keyword: isolated. Not swinging, not momentum. Setup: light dumbbells. Slight bend in elbows. Raise one arm at a time, pause at shoulder height. Slow negative. You should feel burn, tension, 0 lower back involvement. If your whole body moves, you're not isolating. Here's the trick. Think of lifting from your elbow, not your hand. 3 sets. 10 to 15 controlled reps per side. Now we move to the real width builder. Part 4. Upper limit. Laterals, the width secret. This is where shoulders are made. Upper limit, laterals. Most people stop their lateral raises at shoulder height. Wrong. You want to raise slightly above shoulder level, about 10 to 15 degrees higher. Why? Because that top range hits the side delt harder. Technique: dumbbells at sides. Lean slightly forward. Raise out wide. Lead with elbows. Pinkies slightly higher than thumbs. Lift just above shoulder level. Slow negative. If it feels easy, it's too light. If you're swinging, it's too heavy. This is not a strength move. This is a sculpting move. 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. This is where width is built. Part 5. Cheat laterals. Controlled chaos. Now we go aggressive. Because here's the truth. Side delts respond extremely well to high volume and intensity. Enter. Cheat laterals. This is where you use slight momentum, intentionally, not sloppy, strategic. How? Grab heavier dumbbells. Small hip drive to start movement. Control the negative for 3 seconds. You're forcing overload in the side delts. This builds density. Do this after strict laterals. 3 sets, 8 to 10 heavy reps. You should feel your shoulders screaming. Good. That's growth knocking. Part 6. Rear delt rows. The back width effect. If you skip rear delts, you sabotage your width because wide shoulders from the back make your waist look tiny. Rear delt rows. This is not a regular row. This is elbows flared out wide. Setup. Slight hinge at hips. Dumbbells under chest. Pull elbows wide, not back. Squeeze rear delts at top. Don't turn it into a lat row. If elbows tuck in, you're hitting back. We want rear delts. 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 15 reps, controlled. Feel the squeeze. Part 7. Hip huggers. Finisher. That changes everything. Now we finish brutal. Hip huggers. Grab dumbbells. Instead of raising out to the side, you raise slightly forward in a wide arc, like you're hugging a giant barrel. This hits the front and side delt tie-in. It creates roundness. High reps. 15 to 20 reps. Short rest. 2 to 3 sets. This is your finisher. Your shoulders should feel inflated. Part 8. How to structure this for growth. Here's the mistake most people make. They do shoulders once a week. That's not enough. Side delts recover fast. You can train them 2 to 3 times per week. Here's a sample structure. Workout A. Overhead press. Upper limit. Laterals. Rear delt rows. Workout B. Cheat laterals. Hip huggers. Light front raises. Alternate them. Volume wins. Consistency wins. Part 9. Common mistakes killing your width. Let's call them out. 1. Only pressing heavy. 2. Ignoring rear delts. 3. Using ego weight on laterals. 4. Not training shoulders frequently enough. 5. Poor posture. If you slouch all day, your shoulders roll forward. Stand tall. Chest up. Neck neutral. Width isn't just muscle, it's posture. Part 10. Nutrition. Because you can't out-train skinny. You want wider shoulders? You need muscle. You need a slight calorie surplus. You need protein. 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Progressive overload sleep. If you're under-eating, your shoulders won't grow. Simple. Imagine this. You walk into a room, t-shirt on. Nothing crazy. But your shoulders stretch the fabric. Your waist looks smaller. You look athletic. That's not luck. That's trained width. Bottom line, press for power. Lateral raise for width. Train rear delts. Like your physique depends on it. Because it does. Now here's your move. Next shoulder day. Don't just work out. Train with intention, build width, and if you're serious about transforming your physique, start today. No more narrow, no more average. Build those shoulders. Let's get to work.